So, and welcome back to the Cymru Nerd Cave. I hope you're all safe and well. So, Ghostbusters Day today. It's the 8th of June as I record this. 36 years ago in 1984, a film that was to make loads of money, like $230 million back in 1984 money. So God knows what that is now. A little film called Ghostbusters came out and changed the world, as it were. It didn't change the world, but it did make a lot of people happy, and I was one of those people. Now, because I was 7 in 1984, I think it was 7 or 8 in 1984. So, yeah, I didn't get to see it at the cinema because, as far as I'm aware, it was a 15 at that point. It could have been a PG, but I'm pretty sure it was a 15. Somebody will let me know in the comments, I'm sure. But yeah, I didn't get to go see it at the cinema. I got to see it Boxing Day 1987, I think it was. I remember it well because I got a computer for Christmas. I got a ZX Spectrum, which is pretty cool. And yeah, Ghostbusters was on the telly Boxing Day, right after I think it was Morecambe and Wise. This is how pivotal this was to my childhood. So I would have been, what, in 87, 11 years old. So I saw this film and it blew my mind. And then it turned out that right after the film, there was a cartoon series and they put that on in 1987, 88. 88 it would have been, because I think it was on just before or just after Nightmare. Just before Nightmare on ITV, on CITV as it were. This is a hell of a long introduction, but it's worth it, honestly. So the cartoon series came out, really loved that, and then came along the toys, and I didn't get any of those. I had mates who had toys, the Kenneth Parker Ghostbusters, but yeah, they were really cool toys, and they were really cool things to have. And they had figures, and they had Super Fright figures, and they had Ecto 1 and a fire station and ghosts and lots of ghosts, because there wasn't any sort of one main enemy apart from, say, I guess, Stay Puft, who wasn't really an enemy in the show all the time. They had to come up with their imagination, and they had to come up with different things that they had to fight the Ghostbusters, and that the Ghostbusters themselves had to fight. And they had like role play toys like Ghost Trap that was very cool, and proton packs that you had to have on your back and things like that. It was all very cool, and I had roughly none of it. Like I say, I had friends who did, but I didn't have any. Flash forward to 2020, and Hasbro announced back in actually late last year, I think it was, late 2019. Oh, we're going to be bringing out some of these again. Like Wave 1 we're going to try. So we're going to bring out the 4 Ghostbusters. We're going to bring out the Green Ghost, because he wasn't called Slimer, he was called the Green Ghost. And we're going to bring out Stay Puft. Like a Wave 1, see how it goes. I can't imagine they'll ever make Super Fright figures, but I hold out hope. I hold out hope. Post has been today on Ghostbusters Day. It's one of those fortuitous happenstances. I've got them. Guys, I've got them. I've got a Peter. He's very cool. I have a Winston. Very, very cool. He's going to fall down if I don't put him there. I've got a Ray. And then I didn't bother with it. No, I got Egan. I got them all. I've got 4 Ghostbusters, guys, not the Ghostbusters. I've got the 4 Ghostbusters. How cool is that? And they're in sort of like the original packaging style that they would have had as well, with stuff on the back, and oh, it's so cool. And it's got, look, get at the bottom as well. So I reckon we should go and have a look at these, because these are so cool. So please join me in a couple of seconds as I go having a look at these guys. Yeah. So here we are with the Ghostbuster in all his glory. Look at that one, and it's my favourite. It's Peter. Even as a kid, first time I saw the film, loved Bill Murray. Loved Peter Venkman, and then the cartoon series came along, and I'm like, oh yeah, he's definitely my favourite Ghostbuster. He's definitely the one I'm gonna sort of stick my flag to, as it were. The packaging, like I say, is really close to what it would have been, pretty much exactly the same. Even down to the, well, I mean, this is the thing that maybe isn't, because you've got the different European, and I'll show you in a second, but you've got the different European languages there, which might not have been, I don't really remember as a kid, but there you go. So what you get Peter himself. Well, like I say, we'll have a close look at him in a bit. Up there it does say, here we go, I ain't afraid of no ghost, même pas peur des fantômes. I don't know, my French isn't great. Ich habe keine Angst vor Gespenstern. There you go. Which is German, obviously. Y no me dan miedo los fantasmas. Which is Spanish, I'm pretty sure. And then, oh, it could be Italian. I'm not sure. I'm guessing Spanish. And then now tenio medo de fantasmas, which I think that could be Spanish or Portuguese, I'm not sure, but there you go. And then of course you've got proton pack, it says with neutrino blaster and proton pack, and then are those in different language. And then you have said neutrino blaster there as well, and also ghost. I forget which one that is. Peter Venkman anyway, with the rapping, no, not the rapping ghost, the screaming ghost, I think that one is. I could be wrong. They've all got names, and I know that's the rapping ghost. That's definitely the rapping ghost. I forget what the other ones are, but that's definitely, I think that's the screaming ghost. I could be wrong. But they have them in all their glory there as well, and it joined the Ghostbusters in their ghost chasing pursuits. The logo, oh, the logo. I love the Real Ghostbusters logo. It's so cool. And then you've got the different toys that you can get as well. So the Green Ghost and Stay Puft, and you can get both of these for retail right now. You can get them both, so go get them. But not before me, eh? I also got this from Kapow Toys, not Kapow Toys, Kapow Toys, and it came really quickly, considering the stuff that's going on at the moment. There you go. And then Hasbro symbol, because really Kenner are now Hasbro. But there you go, Kenner. Excellent stuff. So that's Peter. And I am opening these, just to let you know, in a second. Then you got Ray, with all the stuff on there as well. Really, really cool. Same packaging there, I won't go through that again. And then Winston, my second favourite Ghostbuster. I love these illustrations at the top as well, when you're doing catching the ghost. Is it a biting ghost or something like that? Something like that. I forget. It's been a long time. And then Egon with his ghost. I think you can put that ghost on their heads. I think. I'm not sure. I'm sure you can. But we'll go through that in a second. And again, he just gets the same packaging as everyone else. Right, I'm going to go open these up, and I'm going to have a bit of a play, and then I'm going to report back and let you guys know exactly how cool these things are after 30 odd years. See you in a second. We're back. What was quite a long time for me getting those out of the packages wasn't very long for you, I'm glad to say, but I thought we'd start with good old Ray here. Ray, and I am happy to say, the Rapper Ghost. He is the Rapper Ghost, so called because he got a tail that does that, basically, and a big set of chompers. Yeah, very, very cool little packing things these were, and in a nice shade of purple, very pleasing. But the figures come with limited articulation. Let me just take his pack off a second. We'll have a look at that in a sec. So the figure, they're all different. That's what I like about these figures. They're all completely different. Different body types, different molds, completely not the same. So Ray, he comes like he does in the cartoon. He's a little bit porky. Look, he's got a little bit of a paunch like me. That's what I look like. You'd think he'd be my favourite, but he's not. Voiced by Frank Welker throughout the entirety of the show, as far as I'm aware. I think there were a couple of times somebody else might have voiced him. Coulier might have done that.
But generally, no, pretty much Frank Welker. And Ray was the one in the show that came with the overalls that were pretty much like they were in the movie. And that is something they actually did address. And say, why do they have different uniforms in the Real Ghostbusters? I mean, obviously the reason is to distinguish them from each other, to sell toys and stuff. But in the film, obviously they all wore these beige coveralls. And yes, it's the episode called Citizen Ghost. I suggest you check it out. It's very good. But yeah, he comes with the boots, belt with all the various stuff on. He's got the hole in the back where the proton pack goes in. And obviously he's got the straps of the proton pack. Can't get rid of them, but that's alright. That's okay. He's got a white t-shirt and a very happy smiley face. Because he's Ray Stantz and he's always happy and he's always wanting to help out. And very excited about the supernatural. Nice Ghostbusters sigil there. And let's say limited articulation. The heads go round. The arms go round. And the legs go up and down, and that's all you really need from these sort of figures. They just look good on their own. They don't need anything else. I have seen people moaning about it, but you know, it's fine. Proton pack. It's a very nice representation. It always was, and it looks exactly like it would in the show. It's all one colour, but you know, I don't mind. It's a kid's toy. You come with a string there to hold that and the neutrino wand. Neutrino wand does come with a, I don't know if you can make it out, but a little Ghostbusters symbol there, which is very nice. And yeah, these neutrino blasts, they were always contentious because as a kid, these break really, really, really easily. Because kids will be kids and kids play with toys rough. So instead of doing that once in a while to make it look a bit cool, they will do it all the time. They break off. And on the secondary market, if you're trying to find one of these with one of these attached, you will be bloody lucky because they're, say, 9 times out of 10 broken. If you want to store it on the proton pack, you can do. You do it that way up. That bit fits in there. That bit clicks in. And it can go on his back. Or, as I'm going to do in a second, that's the other thing that breaks really easily. Oh, no. There you go. You got to be careful because these things snap as well. Like I say, kids will just go and snap it and don't care. I care because I don't want to break these things. So yeah, peg, port, snap, lovely stuff. And it goes basically grab the arm, over the arm, and in like so. And he grips it. There you go, like that. And then you can play around with it, hold it up, hold it down, whatever. Raymond Stantz shooting at you. Really cool. And like I say, you can get the wrapping ghost like so. There you go. Excellent. So that's Ray done. Let's bring in my second favourite. Winston Zedmore. This is the Chomper Ghost. I had a feeling it was the Chomper Ghost because he got a big set of chompers. Look. Let me get Winston out of the way for a second. Sorry, Winston, stay there. Yeah, like I say, detail on these is great, and I quite like the fact that they're not painted. I quite like that because they're ghosts. They wouldn't be. They'd be one colour, and he's a really nice, vibrant, orangey colour as well. I do like him a lot. He's affecting the colour balance. That's how orangey he is. And there we go, Winston. Now Winston, bring Ray back in, is physically different to Ray. He's taller, he's meatier, he looks more physically fit because basically Winston is supposed to be very physically fit, being X-Forces and whatnot, and Ray not being X-Forces, Ray being a slightly tubby scientist. So I really like the fact that Winston is sort of, he's bigger in the pack, he feels heavier, there's more to him. Really good detail on the face. There we go. Light is a problem with these. But yeah, he looks really, really cool. Now, he also has a fist. Because I guess you could have him in a driving pose. That's one of the things Q5, I think, brought in to the cartoon at the very least. I think this is after these toys came out. But they said, so raise the heart. Or raise the hands. There you go. Raise the hands. Egon's the brain. Benson's the mouth. Winston's the driver. Thankfully, Marvel UK changed that and said Winston is the heart of the Ghostbusters, which I think he is. Because he's the one that grounds them. He's the glue that holds them together, because otherwise they're just three crazy scientists. These would be three crazy scientists and somebody who's actually grounded and lives in the real world, and that is Winston. Ex-military, like I say. He should have been in the film, but they didn't explore it. They just decided for time and whatever to cut his part down. Not good. Thankfully, got more to do in Ghostbusters 2, but not by much. In the show, we got loads to do in the first few seasons, and yeah, he was really, really cool. Eventually got his PhD, so that's good. I do like Winston. Very, very good character. Voiced by Arsenio Hall and Buster Jones, I believe. Like I say, take this off. Oh, I'm not liking that. And he's left-handed, is Winston, I guess. Because I would put that in his left hand. So Winston, left-handed with his neutrino wand, which is yellow, not orange. And again, it does twist. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Very cool. Love Winston. He's such a good character. Let's get rid of the chomper. Next up, it's the brain of the Ghostbusters. It's Dr. Egon Spengler. My friend Phil's favourite character. He's cosplayed as him. And the Gulper Ghost, this guy. He's the Gulper Ghost. He's really cool because he is properly translucent and he's hollow in the middle. And sometimes you can put them over the Ghostbusters' heads. Like so. So he slimed him. I was gulping him. But yeah, very cool. I really like the translucent yellow on that one. Really makes him look like a good ghost. Love it. Egon again, physically different. If you bring in Winston, who we've just had, then Egon is even taller than Winston. So Egon really is a beanpole and very, very lanky and very cool, and I like it a lot. He comes in the teal, or turquoise, I guess. Fatigues, that's the word I'm looking for, fatigues. Orange, sort of like a, yeah, it's like a reddish orange terracotta colour almost for his neutrino wand. Again, the articulation the same as the other ones. Doesn't need to be anything more than that. It needs to be exactly what it is. And again, I'm not going to do it, but you can take this off and put it on the back. I'm not going to do that. I'm scared too. I'm sure there's a proper way to take them off that I'm missing, but anyway. And that's what Egon looks like. So he's got his glasses on, he's got his quiff, and he does have his little, put that down, does have a little rat's tail at the back as well. Let's take that off. You'll probably see that easy. There you go, little rat's tail at the back. Just lovely, lovely stuff. I'm really, really enjoying these. It's something, like I say, I just didn't have as a kid. And I really wanted them. I was a bit too old, let's face it. Stand up. That's a bit too old for them. But, you know, loving Ghostbusters the way I did. Gutted. But there you go. I've got them now. That's really cool. Okay, one last one to go. And we all know what it is. It's my favourite. And it is the Grabber Ghost. It's Peter and the Grabber Ghost. Not as translucent as the other two. But he looks good enough. I really enjoy these small little tiny things. This is the sort of thing that Visionaries could have had in with them, you know? They could have done it. But they chose not to, did Hasbro at the time. Kenner was doing it with Ghostbusters though, and making it look bloody good at the same time. So, anyway. Peter looks exactly like Peter Venkman should. And again, physically different. I'll get all these out in a minute and show you them all. But there you go. Physically different from Egon. Stand up. Bit shorter. Different poses. You know, this is all we ask sometimes. It's alright for things like He-Man, but these sort of figures, you need them to be different, I think. But yeah, really good detail on his face. Looks like Peter Venkman. Not exactly the same as the one from the show. Looks a bit goofy, I always thought. But I do like him. He looks really he's that sort of a mix between Real Ghostbusters Venkman and Bill Murray. Because obviously they didn't give the likeness rights. Which is another reason they did the Real Ghostbusters and changed the physical appearances. That, again, to distinguish them. He's got green eyes as well. I really like his green eyes. And And he's got a green wand. Let's... Oh. I'm sure there's a way to get these off without breaking. If I break this on camera, I'm going to be gutted. There you go. No stress marks or anything, so that's good. Peter again. I guess you could have left-handed. And there you go. He's got his green neutrino blast going in your face, like so. And the grabber ghost has already fallen by the wayside. Let's get him. Ah. He's behind Peter. Gonna menace him. Really cool. I'm loving them. I haven't got Stay Puft and the Green Ghost, aka Slimer, but I'm going to be getting them. I'm definitely going to be getting them. So let's, if I can, set him up. So let's do Peter. I was going to do them by size, but I thought, you know what, if I do this, this will highlight it quite well. How different these guys are. And there you go. You got the Real Ghostbusters together at last. That looks so cool. Oh, I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to take a risk, lads. Let's see if I can do it. Peter nearly went. Oh, let's see if I can do it, though. This is just for my own personal. I mean, it's just for the video, really. But and slide in there. And then they got the Rapper Ghost. It's gonna do it. It's gonna bloody do it. There you go. Ghostbusters. Ghosts. What more can you want? Yeah, they look so cool. If you can get hold of these, and you are any kind of Ghostbusters fan, then you need to get hold of these because they are super, super cool. Real flashback to childhood, even though it was a childhood that I never really had because I only played with my friends. But yeah, so cool. Love them to bits. Please do get them. In the meantime, though, I'm going to get off and go and do something else, edit this stuff together and then get it out today if I can. Please do take care of yourselves and each other, though, everybody, because, you know, times are weird out there at the moment. Big change is coming, I think. Let's see. So, yeah, take care of yourselves and each other. Stay safe out there. Don't drink the bleach. And we'll see you again next time. Bye-bye for now.